The Gold Rush was a 3-year period in which many people moved west to California of hopes of getting rich by mining gold. It started when in 1848 James Marshall found gold in a river by his sawmill. When word of this got around, people rushed to California in a frenzy, hoping to become rich. The typical California gold miner was an American man who left their family behind. They lived in a tent or a wooden shack, and they would stick around until they were either dead or the gold rush was over. The typical miner never got the riches they sought. Even when the gold was plentiful, people had trouble turning a profit because simple services and provisions were extremely expensive. Due to the fact that almost everyone in California was a miner, not many people were farming or making stuff to be used. There was also the issue of gold running out so quickly. After all the expenses of surviving were done, the remaining money that miners had was stolen or cheated by the miners from gamblers or con artists. However, not all miners were so typical. Many miners were Chinese immigrants who left their farms because of the failing crops. At first, the Chinese were welcome, but as gold amounts began to diminish, the Chinese were resented by Americans. Eventually, a law was passed so that the foreigners would have to leave. All foreign miners would have to pay a very high tax in order to continue mining. Most foreigners left when the tax was enforced, but the Chinese paid the tax and continued to mine. Eventually, they were forced out by violence and they settled San Francisco by setting up shop there. The area where they settled is now known today as Chinatown, the largest Chinese community in North America. The Gold Rush was a huge event in American history that is a perfect example of both manifest destiny and the American dream. Within just 3 years, California was made a state, increasing the size of the U.S. California today is our most populous state. California is also the state in which a lot of our economy resides.